Congratulations on purchasing an Innotek Zones Instant Pet Proofing Barrier, the fast, easy, no training way to keep your dog from problem areas in your home. Before we start, there are a few basic things you should keep in mind when using your Zones Instant Pet Proofing Barrier. Zones are intended for use only on dogs. Never attempt to use it for any purpose not described in this video or in the user's manual. Never perform setup procedures while the collar is on your dog. Never leave your Innotek Zones collar on your dog for more than 12 continuous hours, and check your dog's neck daily for any sign of irritation. Too many hours spent wearing a tight collar can cause a condition similar to bed sores, known as pressure necrosis. If you do notice any signs of irritation, and the symptoms last longer than 24 hours, see your veterinarian. Zones were designed by professionals, making it easy for you to use, and are supported by professionals. Only Innotek offers free professional training support with every product sold. Should you have any questions or need help with your particular training challenge, call our free professional training hotline at 1-800-364-3362. Call as often as you need. The call and the help are always free. Most people would change at least one thing about their dog. A few bad habits can make an otherwise well-behaved dog a challenge to live with. Innotek Zones will teach your dog to stay clear of areas in your home. Zones don't require any complicated setup. Simply place a zone in any area in your home you wish your dog to avoid: the trash, kitchen counter, or by your fine furniture. Put the collar on your dog and relax. Your dog will do the rest of the work. Here's how. Zones operates on the same natural scientific principle that helps your dog learn: negative and positive reinforcement. Imagine your dog in the hot sun. Should your dog get too hot, you'll move to the shade where it's more comfortable. The sun was not punishing your dog, nor does the dog think of the heat as bad. He simply was motivated to move from one place to another and was rewarded with cool comfort. Zones works in the same simple manner. The Zones disc communicates with your pet's training collar via a radio signal. As your pet approaches the zone, the collar will emit a tone, followed by an escalating level of stimulation. The electronic stimulation that your dog feels is not painful, simply an undesirable tingle. Your dog will quickly learn to avoid the zone you've set and being sent to the doghouse. Depending on your particular purchase, each Innotek Instant Pet Proofing Barrier comes with 1 or 2 zones: our sleek, lightweight training collar with adjustable collar strap, and a test light, so you're always sure your collar is working. Your pet's training collar was designed to work with as many zones as you have problem areas. More zones can be purchased separately from your favorite retailer. The Zone system can quickly be up and running after following 3 easy steps. Step 1. Power up your zone. Step 2. Set your zone's pet proofing range. Step 3. Fit the collar on your dog. Step 1. Activate your zone by installing 3 AA alkaline batteries. Step 2. Determine the desired location and size for your pet-free zone. You can protect an area from 1 foot up to 6 feet from the zone's disc. By pushing the up and down arrows on your zone, you can select a range that suits your needs perfectly. Each segment that appears in the digital LCD window on your zone represents approximately 2 feet in diameter. Before fitting the collar on your dog, you may wish to test and verify the range of your chosen pet-free zone. While standing out of the range of the zone, activate your collar by turning the receiver battery cover to the on position. While holding the collar, begin walking slowly towards the zone. The collar will emit a tone as it approaches the outer range. The collar's tone is easily heard by dogs, but may be a pitch that's difficult for you to hear. If you cannot hear the tone, hold the included test light to the collar's metal contacts and repeat this test. If the collar is working, the test light will flash. Step 3. Fit the training collar on your dog. Thread the collar strap through the channels on the receiver as shown here. Turn the collar on by turning the battery cover toward the on position, but be sure you're well out of range of the zone you've placed before fitting the collar on your dog. A proper fit is important because a loose collar may cause inconsistent performance. Place the collar around the dog's neck with the training collar under the chin. The collar should be snug, yet loose enough to allow one finger to fit between the strap and the dog's neck, as shown here. It's okay to trim off any excess strap length. That's it. Let your pet wander freely and determine his own boundaries. Be sure to never force your pet to enter your chosen pet-free zone. Monitor your dog during his first session. Each dog learns at a different pace, so it may take several times for your dog to successfully understand and honor your chosen pet-free zone. You may also want to adjust the range so your dog receives the warning sooner. You can also use zones to block a doorway so that your dog is not allowed entrance to an entire area. You'll need to teach your dog by putting him on a leash and showing him how to avoid the zone by pulling him back into the safe area as soon as he feels the collar's tingle, avoiding the open doorway. Be sure to lavish your pet with plenty of praise and attention each time he leaves the pet-free zone. In no time, your pet will understand the blocked doorway means that room is off limits. Zones offers you the flexibility in multiple dog households to allow access to an area for one dog while denying access to another. To accomplish this, you'll need to change the training collar operating mode. Please refer to your user's manual and carefully follow each direction in order to reprogram each Innotek zone and collar to your required setting. There's also a troubleshooting chart you can reference in case you have any problems. If you still have questions or training difficulties, you may call Innotek's free professional training support hotline as often as you need at 1-800-364-3362. The call is always free and only offered by Innotek. The dog professional